Hey everyone, welcome to this short video to show you how to set up a task. There are two ways you can navigate to create a new task. The first one is if you're on your homepage and you scroll down past your feed, you will see right here in My Tasks that you can click on New to create a task. A shortcut is over here on your sidebar. You can click on this drop-down menu called Create New and click on Task and it will take you to the task page. Once you're here, you'll see a few things. First step is to assign the task to a user. If the task is to yourself, then you could go ahead, it'll auto-populate your name. If the task is to somebody else, if you're going to assign a task to someone in your department or somewhere else, you can look up the name using the lookup feature and click that person's name. If the task is to multiple users, then you can come over here and do all internal users or search in roles or users to add more members. So if we wanted to add a few more into this task, let's say we're working with communications team, for example, and I want to assign this task to everybody in the communications team. That is how you would assign it. So I'm going to assign this task to myself just as an example. The next part is creating a subject. So I'm just going to call this demo task, but the subject should be what the task is regarding. And then you can populate the due date. If you click right here, it populates today. Otherwise, if I wanted to populate this to a different day, I can just click into the due date and it'll allow me to do multiple years in advance or months, and I can create a date. And here you're going to want to, in the comment section, you want to do a good description about what the task is, give details, whatever the task is regarding. This will give you a good starting point for if you're assigning it to other users, what the task is about. If it's for yourself, just a gentle reminder. Over here you have two options. You can either relate the task to something or relate the task to someone. So in related to, if we wanted to relate this task to an event, we can go ahead and click there and then use the lookup section if it's for a specific event. So let's, for example, say this task is for the event, the Nationals versus Mets game. The other option you have is to relate the task to a contact. And this is if you would like to follow up with somebody. Let's say you want to make sure that you're keeping in contact with a contact or an account or someone that is a donor or someone that you just want to keep up contact with. You can go ahead and relate it to the person. And then this could be back up to account. And then you can relate it to who they belong to. So if it's me and I belong to the American Legion Auxiliary and the contact is me. So that is how you create that part. The next step is the status. This is where you can go through the steps of your task and see when it is, follow it through the progression to completion. You'll see that has not started, in progress, completed, waiting on someone else, or deferred. So this is a great way to kind of track your tasks and see where they're at. You can also set a priority level, high, normal, or low. And then you can also generate email notifications and make this your default setting. If the status was to change, you will get an email notifying you. This is especially helpful when you're working with multiple users on a task. So if someone changes the status to completed, you'll get an email that tells you that. The second great thing about tasks is you can either just create a blank task where it's just set and you finish it and that's it, or you can set a recurring task. This is great if you want to have a good roadmap for creating contact follow-up. You can set the frequency for daily, weekly, monthly, yearly, every weekday, every a certain amount of days. If you want to say like every 30 days I'm going to contact my contact, you can do it on the day of the month, on this day of the month. It's very smart and intuitive, so it generates automatically. You could say every Tuesday I'm going to contact this person, or every Tuesday I have this task. You can click a start date and then also an end date if you want to set your tasks in advance. And then also you can set reminders. So you can have it for 1 day, 2 days, so many days, weeks before, or the actual day that it happens, and then you can also set a time. What happens when you have an event, the reminder, it's going to show up in a little bubble screen up here. It'll pop up on your desktop when you're in Salesforce to remind you that that task is happening. And then at the very end, if you have any files that you would like to attach to the task, you just click this button and you can go ahead and attach the file, and it'll take you through the steps and have that information all here. This is especially helpful with multiple users and being able to share documents that are relevant to the task that you've created or assigned to them. And then at the end, you just hit save. So this is a basic overview on how to create a task. If you have any more questions or would like one-on-one help, you can go ahead into Chatter and go into the Salesforce training and help and post your question there, and I would love to help you out. Thanks, guys.